Hi guys. Hello. We're finally here. Hello. Previous week has been a fucking event nightmare for me because I did like 2 events previously. No, the week before I did 2 events. Previous week I just didn't stream. Previous week before I did like 2 events. Each of them were like 6 hours. Good lord. Yeah, good lord. Good lord. Anyway, I'm switching deck. I'm switching to things because I'm prepared. I have an interesting facial expression, honestly, right now. Hi.
Why do you have that? Why do you have that expression on?
My keyboard decided to not work properly. Yeah.
The tetanus shot is making my arm very sore.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here like, God damn it!
Yeah.
Why my arm?
Because arm.
Because arm.
Yeah, because you were armed for the situation. Ha 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 ha.
I should be unarmed in this case.
True. True. Disarm. I guess you have a very disarming presence. Ha 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 ha.
Why he's with you today?
My dad jokes are flaring up. It's fine. It happens.
It's a little bit of a flare up from dad jokes.
Yeah. Anyway, hi guys. I finally activated the sound a little bit.
I can hear.
Yeah, you can hear now. As you can see,
The screen is black on the screen.
yeah,
By the way.
I know. I'm fixing that. But yeah, as you can see, I live.
Mm-hmm.
I have a new waifu.
You do, yeah. She looks cool as hell.
Yeah, her name is Yao. She's really cool. Also,
She looks really cool.
yeah, I have several new people. Obviously, Darren,
Darren, yes.
aka the most OP character in the game currently. And then I have Ya, as I said. I have Nyan Nyan, who we pulled back when we pulled her. Nyan Nyan. And then
Nyan.
Nyan Nyan, yes. And I have Duruo. Let me see.
You have a lot.
Yeah. Where is she? Yeah, there is she. She looks shady as fuck.
She looks like she is going to manipulate the hell out of you.
Yeah, exactly. She's kind of like a shady as all hell. Honestly, she's pretty strong though. Like, how many total? I don't have every sinner out there. Actually, I think I'm missing 12 sinners S class. Yeah. Yeah, I have 72 out of 86.
Still have a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, most of the roster I have, which is fair. Let me actually show you which I don't have. I don't have Etty and Raven. I don't have her Zoya, which is a crime, by the way.
Yeah, it's a crime to not have her.
Yeah, I don't have Zoya. I don't have Hamel. I don't have Anne. I don't have Eve. Yeah. Hello, Thais. I appreciate you.
Hi, Thighs. How you doing?
Oh, so by the way, the running joke continues. The running joke continues that Final Star cannot get a cock.
What?
Cockilick. That's a joke. He wants to. He's trying to get a copy of Cockilick, but I got one instead.
Oh, he can't get cock.
Yeah, he cannot get cock. Final Star. My viewer struggles to get cock on a consistent basis.
Man.
Everyone around him gets cock, but he doesn't.
Man, sometimes you just don't get it. You just have to try a little harder, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it started when he got C4, Shackle 3 cock. Now he has Shackle 4 cock, and everyone continues stealing Jack's Final Stars cocks. Just how it is, I guess. Anyway, I don't have Hamel, Eve, and Anna here. I have everyone here. I have full greed. I am
Nice.
fully built into that. I don't have Langley and Bai and whoever that is. Out of here, I don't have Kraish. Here, her. I don't have Rahu and Demon.
Man, he's a big one over there.
Yeah, and then I have all of the Heresy. I have entirety of Sloth as well. Everyone. I only recently got Fraud, as you can see. I don't have AT, and I only have one Immortal, which is Vanilla, out of 3. So yeah, I don't have like 2 A classes overall, and I don't have 12 S classes. I think that's basically my lucky counter. But I'm happy with what I got. I got like 2 rows of fully leveled up characters, almost fully leveled up characters.
Nice.
Yeah. I like Vanilla. She's cool. She's pretty cool.
She looks cool.
Yeah. She's like these super big arms that she fights with. Yeah. And now I have Darren, which is like, she's really cool in terms of lore because her ability is, I think I'm gonna show you. Profile, Station assessment. Darren's power allows her to turn what she imagines into reality.
That's powerful as fuck.
Yeah, she can turn the script or whatever she's holding into a sharp, heavy weapon by thinking about it, and she can also acquire a close approximation of the abilities of a powerful superhero by picturing herself being that superhero.
So as long as she has imagination, she's OP as fuck.
And she's a movie director.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like she's uber powerful. Like, you know how everyone struggles with the Apostles of Ashes? So in her event, she proceeded to strangle it and wrangle it into following the script by brute force.
Oh.
And
Okay,
Apostles of Ashes are like a tiny step below a black ring.
Oh.
So she can effectively
then.
brute force her will onto like a black ring if push comes to shove. Yeah.
So why have they not figured out that you can just kill those things and get rid of the black rings yet?
Well, Darren doesn't really know the limits of her powers, and she's a normal she's a normal person. She's not in the know of FAC bullshit. You know what I mean? So black rings are obviously not something everyone is aware of, like willy-nilly. So that's something.
They should just get all the S-rank singers and just put them in a black ring and just, see what happens.
Carnage.
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 Just get every sinner that is very powerful, just put them in a black ring and just let it handle itself.
But nah, it's probably gonna... Nah. It's not gonna work. Like, I think she could be effectively holding it back, but still, that would be a mania nuke, exactly. They would deteriorate, like, really fast. And I'll be...
Well, with Chief, obviously, so he can help stabilize him.
True. But then might as well have Chief do the work anyway.
Just have Chief sit there and let everyone else handle it.
By the way, look at this. The event is really cool.
That's really pretty.
The art is really pretty. I really like the event. It was very hopeful. And for once, yeah. The event showed how might that work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The event actually basically proved that the mania function, the mania functions on collective unconsciousness a bit in a way.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I need to check my email for something.
Oh, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Yeah, you talk to them. This is your job.
This is
Isn't
my job.
anymore.
True.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, like I do know that the bullshit that happened in Ode to Sun, that basically proved to me what I already kind of suspected about Mania to begin with, and Apostles of Ashes and whatnot, in that people can in fact influence it with their like decisions and whatnot, and it's really cool that people outside of the city without the blue cubes and whatnot, the hypercubes, they can survive by pure belief, because if they affect the world enough with their own like perception of things, that basically affects the reality, because Mane is so deeply rooted into the world. It has that influence over it, which is cool. I like that. I like the idea of it. Genuinely, I do. What I don't like the idea
We're
of
all
is
going one ear and out the other.
yeah. I'm talking to chat mostly. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here trying to figure out email shit.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm waiting until you type out the email so we can start the fucking game.
Sorry, my college is going through shit.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to send me email and I haven't gotten the email, so they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what the fuck? And now we're all here like, what the fuck?
Life is a constant cycle of what the fuck. I ain't
All right,
wrong
we
though.
can start now.
Honestly. Life is a constant amount of fuck. A belated conversation, quote unquote.
Yeah, basically.
My first what the fuck was when I was born. I see, Jack. I see.
So what the fuck was, why am I here?
Yeah, why the fuck am I here? In the senior management.
Why'd you bring me into this world?
Yeah, in the senior management office of the Drifter Camp, Chief has a belated quote unquote conversation with Julian. Let's go, belated. March 15th, Nightfall 113, 1948. Senior Management Hidden Office, Drifter Camp.
ここがあんたらの司令部？ちょっとボロっちいけど、シンジケートらしくていい感じじゃん。
Julian, the hot cripple. The hot cripple, wow.
I mean, he is hot and he's a cripple, so.
Yeah. Wow, this is your headquarters? It's old and shabby, but feels very syndicate. It actually looks pretty cool.
Hella be nice. Who are you and who abducted my daughter?
This is why I didn't know how to voice her. I was like, wait, what?
これは何？流民要塞の模型？ボタンついてる？
What's this? A model drifter cam? There's like buttons you can press. Can I press them?
ここは個人事務室。その模
He's
型は
he really looks like Chief if he was older.
Yeah. This is a personal office. The model is the general operational panel for the Drifter Camp's major mechanisms. Honestly, very convenient, very creative. If you make like a big model of something you control and you can press a button where the mechanism goes off, you'll have a bigger recognition of where what mechanism is like located.
Yeah, what mechanism does and where it is.
Yeah.
危ないから触らない方がいい。
Don't touch it. Save us some trouble.
建築士さんだっけ？この流民要塞の装置とか秘密通路、それにこの奇妙なビルそのものも全部あんたが作ったの？
So, architect, did you build this whole drifter camp, including those mechanisms, secret passages, and that weird building?
Yeah, he even broke a leg doing that, I say. No.
He took break a leg a little too seriously.
Yeah. He doesn't answer and turns to face you with a wary expression and steady voice, but he speaks with indisputable certainty.
ミノスの局長に伝えたいことがある。他の方はしばらく出てもらえないだろうか。
I'd like to have a few words with Minas, Chief. If everyone else could give us some privacy.
私は局長から離れることはできない。
I won't leave, Chief.
あなたの護衛を召喚して局長を守らせるといい。私はそれを見ることができないし、それに見られる分には構わない。
You could summon your guard and let it stay here to protect the live observer. They can't see it, and I don't mind being watched.
あんたの部下は乗り気じゃないみたいだけど。
Your guys seem to mind, though.
Someone tries to say something, but Julian lifts a hand to quiet him.
部下もここを離れる。残るのは私のみだ。人質として扱ってもらっても構わない。
My guys will leave too. Only I'll stay. You can take me as your hostage. He pulls out a gun with a barrel pointed at himself as he speaks, and hands the gun to you. The bony, gloomy face now has a tight frown on it. His eyes are deep set, and there is neither hint of a smile nor vitality in his expression. Depresso espresso boy.
このような体が脅威になると思うのか。共同病を止めるために来たのなら、あまり時間の余裕はないはずだが。
Look at me. What threat can a body like this pose? You came to stop Mania, didn't you? Then time is not on your side. Amid the tense atmosphere, someone's stomach suddenly growls.
なんでこっち見んの？さっきパン食べたばっかだし。私じゃ。
What? Don't look at me like that. It wasn't me. I already had enough buns.
Damn. Damn hella had so much buns. Them buns.
The buns.
You know what? This was like the moment of tense atmosphere ruined in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
へかて、あんた朝からずっと何も食べてないんじゃない？
Hey, Kata, you haven't eaten anything, have you? This morning.
問題ない。戦いに参加するのは悪夢で、私自身は体力を消耗していないから。
That's not important. It's Nightmare who fought in the battles. I didn't use too much energy.
Oh, really? Really?
Says your stomach?
Grr. Hikata's face is blank, but Nightmare, who's next to her, flinches. Even Julian is just like...
So these are my daughters.
Yeah. The man's face loosens up, he sighs almost inaudibly and puts the gun on the desk. Turning the wheelchair, he makes his way to a counter to another corner swiftly and skillfully, then presses the button there. A sketchy mechanical arm extends from the bookshelves, taking something from the top drawer and bringing it before Ella.
何のつもり？
Oh fuck, what are you doing?
The arm loosens, something drops. She catches it reflexively, looking like the thing scalds her hands, only to find it's a pack of candies in some old-fashioned packaging. Julian moves near the desktop receiver and leans into a whisper something into it. Soon, a red-haired woman pushes open the door and comes in. She comprehends the situation almost instantly and flashes a knowing smile at Julian.
リーダーも成長したね。お客さんをもてなすことを少しは覚えたみたいだ。
You improved, boss. You didn't pull a long face to the end and knew to send me to serve our guests.
I love how his first reaction to like then place guns goes, have some candy.
It's like an old grandpa.
Yeah, it's like a grandpa in like a young man's body.
Yeah, basically.
Have some candy, children. Martha, go feed the children.
That's basically him. But he doesn't like actually say it because he's all grumpy.
Yeah.
So he just begrudgingly hands him the candy.
腹を空かせたガキがいるだけだ。
He literally
さ
says
っさ
starving
と
kids.
飯を食わせに連れて行ってくれ。
Just some starving kids. Get them out of here quickly.
はいはい。ご覧の通り面白みのない人だから、ここにいても時間の無駄だよ。みんな、ついてきて。
Alright, alright. You've seen it yourself. He's a boring man. Don't waste time on him. Follow me, kiddos.
In the background, single tear rolls down Julian's face.
He's like, I'm not boring. I made this whole building.
Just a single tear. He still has a absolutely blank facial expression, but just a single tear.
ささやかな祝宴を用意したから、食いしん坊どもに先を越される前に、ちょいと付き合ってくれよ。
There are some late night snacks ready in the canteen. We sent away those caped kids so they won't make a mess here.
Oh, caped kids.
お仲間のことなら心配しないで。細い体をしているとはいえ、幽連が10人がかりでも相手にならないと思うよ。後で差し入れを持って行ってあげようね。
Don't worry about your friend. That boy may look like a twig, but I bet he can take out 10 Julians without breaking a sweat. Perhaps you can grab some food for him too.
Ah, yes, 10 Julians. Just like descends. Rolling squad coming in. Dead.
I'm sure 10 Julians can take down the chief.
Yeah, they could just drive him over.
Yeah, basically. It's like a stampede.
Yeah.
これから激しい戦いが待っているんだから、お腹をいっぱいにしとかないと大事な人を守れないでしょ。
You guys have some big fights waiting for you ahead. If you don't fuel up, how can you protect your loved ones?
いや、私は
No, I...
Hecate, dear, shut up and go eat.
Go eat.
Go with her, Hecate. If they're going to kill me, it won't happen here. Very reassuring. Eat well. Don't starve yourself again.
局長がそういうのなら
Okay. If this is your wish.
でも悪夢はここに残る。誰にも局長を傷つけさせない。
But Nightmare will stay. No one can hurt you.
The two sinners are pushed out of the office and the footsteps fade out. The door shuts, leaving only you, Julian Nightmare, who's invisible to him, and an icy silence in the room. Just now, his subordinate's jokes didn't anger or ease him. He watches you like he's waiting for something. You suddenly remember there is still an unoccupied gun between you two. Ignore.
Ignore it.
I don't need such a thing. I have my own power, and I'm not interested in taking you hostage. I need an explanation for everything that's happened so far. This conversation could have happened sooner, in a friendlier manner.
私も同意見だ。しかし、あなたが再建委員会に同行した事実は無視できず、この目でその立場を確かめるしかなく。
To be fair, he's not incorrect. The executive committee
Yeah.
seems scummy enough, so I wouldn't just trust randomly anyone like that either, who just came and was like, I want to talk. That's what happened. They also wanted to talk, and then they nearly exploded the entire fucking drifter camp.
Yep.
I hope so too, but as you can see, I can't neglect the fact that you were with the executive committee. Must verify your stance.
連中が流民要塞を消すために手段を選ばないことはあなたも知ったはずだ。この争いに巻き込んで申し訳ないとは思うが、私にもやらなくてはならないことがある。
You've seen how far they can go to eradicate the drifter camp. I'm sorry to have dragged you into this conflict, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Why would the executive committee would want to do that? This is an official operation. It must have a convincing motive.
まずは軍団相手に何か正当な理由を用意したか。連中に必要なのは決定だけだ。
I'm sure. Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Honestly, Burns also basically was a very much a egomaniac that thought he could be doing much more than he actually did. I'm just gonna mess shit up because I want to mess shit up. Did Burns have any motives when he dealt with the Legion? I thought all they needed was a decision.
1ヶ月半前 BR004 が初めてイレギュラーキューブを摘出した時、再建委員会は流民要塞を相当することを決定した。理由など共同病の蔓延、暴動の発生、何でも構わない。犯行を促すか、それとも罪をなすりつけるか、それすら自由だ。
1.5 months ago, when BR004 precipitated hypercubes for the first time, the executive committee decided to wipe out the Drifter camp. Be it mania or a riot, they'll either fabricate a crime for us or force us to commit it. The result will be the same.
悪事を尽くすならず者の残党より、我々難民を目の敵にする理由について、お偉方にぜひ聞いてほしいものだ。
I've got a question for those big shots. Why have they chosen to pick on a bunch of refugees who's already lost everything, but knows those lawless thugs out there?
That is true. Why would they do that?
What a surprise! Scummy dystopian executives being scummy dystopian executives. Woo.
Ooh,
Who would have thought?
how exciting.
Who'd have thought? Including shooting that executive officer named Donald. I only wanted to take apart that weapon and settle the conflict, but you cut off all negotiations and didn't hesitate for a second when you killed him. Why? Because the corpse can talk? Or did you spoil my stance on purpose to force me to go against the executive committee?
裏切り者との個人的な因縁によるものだ。
Bad blood.
Wait, he's dead?
He was just a traitor. I mean, they assume he's dead, but like he's a sinner as we know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't die from a single gunshot.
Mhm.
Like-
they don't know he's a sinner, probably.
Yeah, probably not. Bad blood. He was just a traitor.
私が話したところであなたは鵜呑みにしないだろうし、私もまた昔話を語る気はない。彼について教えてくれるものなら、この要塞内にも多くいるだろう。
Ask anyone in the camp for his backstory. You may not believe it if I tell you, and I don't want to talk about it either.
彼は再建委員会においても、所詮は哀れな捨て石に過ぎない。あなたが自分の立場を気にする必要はない。
True.
己の居場所を裏切るクズは
They have enough
どこ
sinners.
へ行こうと
Yeah, it's also like
運命を変えられない。
they sent him to potentially receive the brunt of the explosive attack, so he clearly wasn't important enough to keep safe.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Plus, if Julian
Yeah.
says it's true and he's like a traitor of the home, I don't think he wouldn't be much of a significance anyway. More like a convenient piece to use against this place, really.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your stance. Even in the committee, he was just a disposable pawn. A lapdog who resorted to betraying his home would never be significant.
ことが済めば、報告書を改ざんしてあなたに協力する者が自然と現れるだろう。
When it's over, someone will forge a report to help you get away with this. Sounds like you have spies in the executive committee too. Hey, for Elemental. Welcome. You know about their internal decision 1.5 months ago. You can forge the executive officer's death investigation report. His silence confirms your guess. No wonder the moment I arrived at Kaled Square, you were already after me.
そうだな。あなたに関する情報は、すべてあやふやで真偽も疑われるが、シンジケートに大きな影響を与えたことは間違いないだろう。あなたの存在は到底見過ごすことはできず、
Yes.
だから接触し、その立場を確かめる必要がある。
Information about you is too ambiguous and unreliable, but you've indeed influenced Syndicate greatly. Your existence is too important. We must approach you ourselves and find out whose side you're on. Then why did you assign such an important mission to a mindless kid? Shoot me. He didn't try to kill me, but took my companions hostage and forced me to shoot him. Instead of testing my friendliness, he wanted me to start a fire. He wanted war. As a leader, is this your usual way of dealing with issues? Is this how you manage your underlings?
あなたの言う通り、彼を起用したのは私のミスだ。自己主張が強い彼はまだ若く、大役を務める。
Yeah, kinda.
You're right. He's naive and only wants to vent. He's far from an ideal candidate for the job. It was my mistake to have picked him.
とはいえ、経験豊かな交渉人は皆、様々な形で交渉の途上で命を落とした。残されたのは血気盛んな青二歳どもと、かりそめのリーダーとして祭り上げられた。
That's also fair.
畜死だけだ。
Yeah.
But those who are mature and reliable enough to deal with things have already died doing that in many different ways. All we have left are a bunch of angry kids and an architect who's been chosen to be a makeshift leader.
交渉にも相応の実力が必要だ。もっとも、相手からはその資格があるとは思われていないようだが。
It requires considerable capability to deal with things, but our opponent doesn't think we're qualified. The man's mask-like stiff face finally displays emotions for the first time. Frustration, exhaustion, sadness, and a stubborn insistence.
皆がここに集まったのは戦うためではなく、安らかに住める場所、最後の居場所を求めているだけだ。
People didn't gather here to fight. They only wanted a shelter. Probably their last one.
流民要塞が危機に陥ると、怒りに駆られて武器を手にする人もいるが、多くの人は戦乱の中で戦う意志をなくしている。パニックになった彼らは避難することしか考えないが、ここから逃げたとしても。
When the Drifter camp is threatened, some pick up their weapons in rage, but more have already lost the will to fight in the hardships they've been through. They could easily fall into panic.
ここは軍団ではない。百戦錬磨の戦士は少なく、ゾウヤのような人を率いることのできるボスもいない。
Yeah, they're just people.
They're just regular people
Yeah. We're not
that just somehow
Yeah.
is able to fight.
a little bit, yeah. It's technology traps, trickery, but it won't really like it doesn't really indicate that they're like fighters or like they want to fight in the first place.
They just are because they need to.
Yeah. We're not the Legion. We don't have their strong fighters, let alone a leader like Zoya who can command the battle.
逃げ道さえあれば、流民要塞で戦うという選択をすることもなかっただろう。だがまさか、共同病さえ入り込んでしまうと。
I wouldn't have brought conflicts into the digital camp if I had a choice. I just never expected that Mania would creep into. He pauses, as if to collect himself, and stares right at you as he speaks.
説明は以上だ。3週間前に再建委員会が主導した、これら各種商談の結果を仲間と確認すればいい。通信手段は私が手配しよう。
That's the only explanation I can give. We can send someone to confirm the results of the negotiations initiated by the executive committee 3 weeks ago. I can supply communication tools.
ただ、要塞の皆と再建委員会にはバレないようにしてほしい。パニックになるのは避けたい。
But don't alert the committee, and don't let anyone in the camp know. I don't want any panic.
あなたは窮地から我々を救い、身の潔白を証明した。そろそろ私があなたを呼び出した理由、本筋の話に。
Mania.
Man. How frustrating must it have been for him through all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is just falling apart constantly. Like he's so tired, probably. He's so tired already.
And we haven't even gotten to the actual Mania.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You've helped us through the crisis
That
improved.
thing is still here.
Yeah. We have a whole ass fucking corpus just vibing. And he's
Just
invisible.
walking around.
Indeed, it's invisible too.
Just probably killing people as we speak. And
Yeah.
no one's really like...
No one's the wiser. You've helped us through the crisis and proven your distinct character. Now back to the initial reason why I brought you here.
労働汚染を完全に解決するためどうか流民要塞の奥深くまで調べてくれあなたが必要とする情報も協力も最大限に提供させてもらうつもりだ
Honestly, if I feel like finding the monster in the drifter camp where there is a person literally controlling every single fucking bolt inside of his existence helping you out, I think it would be considerably easier than without Julie.
Yeah.
Please go inside the drifter camp, investigate demoniac contamination, and rid us of this threat. I'm willing to provide any information and assistance on this. I believe this is also what you need. He turns to adjust the communication device, then moves to make a way for you. What I have here. When I leave here, I'll find time to contact the support staff. Let's begin. This conservation happened too late. We must seize the time. It seems that you've had an understanding of mania in the camp since early on. He nods.
最初に疑問を感じたのは流民要塞に執行官が潜入してきた時だ当初は連中がここを掃討するため情報や地形を偵察しに来たと思っていた
The earliest suspicion came from the undercover executive officers who infiltrated the drifter camp. At first, their main purpose was to spy for intel and scout the landscape. They were obviously preparing for a raid.
そのため我々は水際対策を強化しすでに潜入した執行官には監視をつけるとともにか乱を行った
In response, we tightened up our entry control and monitored and misled those spying executive officers.
だが10日前に異常が発生した潜入した執行官に突如として共同病の異変現象が起きたのだ監視者の速やかな対応により
Yeah.
広範囲のパニックや汚染拡散を
This invisible thing, like, it's like not even here physically. I don't think it is. It's like hiding somewhere. Somewhere.
Is it like a mental, maybe? Is it mental corpus?
Maybe, but like it's hiding. It's definitely hiding, and it's kind of like it's invading directly. It's bypassing the usual mania process. Like it's not invading using mania from the outside source. Like it's not like consuming you from outside. It's consuming you from inside somehow. Like it's almost
They just say something about weird dreams.
Yeah.
Maybe or when you sleep.
through dreams, and it did it establish a connection with the chief as well, and like.
In a daydream.
Yeah. But there was an anomaly 10 days ago. The undercover officer suddenly mutated with mania. Luckily, the person monitoring the officer reacted quickly, preventing a large-scale panic and the spreading of contamination.
旅課のメンバーはこの件を住民に隠したが内部では大きな波紋を呼んだこれは昔のならず者と同じく共同病を利用しようとした
But obviously, not quite the case.
No, this is something else beyond them.
Restfire members didn't reveal this to the inhabitants, but it caused quite a stir within the group. Many thought it was a vicious plot by the executive committee, that they had crossed the line and had resorted to using mania like those thugs did in the past. That's why they were extra sensitive to you, a mania expert accompanied by executive officers. It would have been a simpler... It would have been simpler had that been all. The highly elusive corruption symptoms, the weird happenings at the ring ruins in the square, the bizarre marks, the spreading evil contamination field, and Parma, which you're investigating. You tell all of those to Julian.
その潜伏する共同病もブラックリングを引き起こそうとする勢力も我々は知らないその連中は本当にここに来た
This is where a bunch of people which are in fear of executive committee and lost hope is gathered.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
gonna
Yeah,
come
of
here.
course they're gonna be here. Obviously, we didn't know much about the invisible mania you mentioned, and the power that triggers black rings. Have they really come here? Highly possible, but not confirmed. What's wrong?
いや同じ悲劇を二度と見たくないと思っただけ
Nothing. I just don't want that tragedy to repeat itself.
執行官の異変が発生した現場はそのまま保存している。まだ汚染は残っているが、結果としては現場保存の役に立った。
He's obviously
協
worried.
力者を用意しよう。
Yep.
調べるならそこから着手する。
His voice went really shivery there.
Yeah. I kept the scene where the executive officers mutated. The remaining contamination is hard to remove, but that also helped to preserve the scene. You can start your investigation from there. I'll send some people to assist you.
こんな体では現場に向かっても皆の邪魔になるだけだ。ここで装置を操作して協力するとしよう。
Yay, backup from the actual
Yeah.
building itself.
Yeah. Given my
That'd be
condition, I'll be wasting everyone's time if I'm there. I'll stay here to operate the mechanisms and back you up. You nod and leave with the communications device, but stop and turn around after a second thought. I have one more question. Is Dudu one of you guys too? Did she tell you about my suspended animation, or did you discover that first and send her to monitor me?
トトは臨時的な協力関係にあるだけで、我々の仲間とは異なる。彼女はよくロマネスクに行っており、死に対しても敏感だからな。彼女が偶然あなたを見つけただけだ。
She's not one of us, only an occasional partner. Dudu goes to Romanescu often and is sensitive to death. She just happened to have discovered you.
あのコンビクトは流民要塞を深く愛している。故にあなたの立場にも自然と関心を持った。
That sinner,
私にとって彼女が得た結論はとても重要だ。
that sinner loves the Drifter camp, and naturally she cares about your stance. Her conclusion matters greatly to me. Oh, by the way, speaking of Drifter camp, another sinner has been discovered to be from here
Really?
in the event. Oh, whoa.
Oh. Oh, oh?
Oh, whoa.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, she grew up here.
Why does that make so much sense?
Yeah, she grew up in this in the Drifter camp.
Honestly, I thought she was already here, to be honest.
Oh yeah, she's not here right now because she like fucked off to make a movie, but she would be like around usually here.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, also her actual country is where people like, that's why she has all the vibe of like the Eastern stuff. Istia is where Yao Duro and Nyan came from. This is where she is from as well. This is her original homeland as well. But yeah,
Nice.
and naturally she cares about your stance. Her conclusion matters greatly to me. Aren't you going to stay with me?
その必要はもうないよ。あんたを信じることにする。
Ah, Dudu, I like her.
No need. I believe you now.
You really are prudent.
ここにいる皆が死の淵に立っているからな。
It's a life on thin ice here. If I fail any of your trials, what will you do?
たとえ一度でも流民要塞にあだなした場合は、あらゆる手で抹消する。
On board. Makes sense.
Yeah. If you ever choose to harm the Drifter camp, I'll do anything I can to end you. He's so placidly honest. And now, have I passed all of my trials? The stab Julian doesn't answer. With his face in the shade, you can't see his expression clearly. Excuse me, I said one question. You've been generous enough already, thank you. I've sent back the primary investigation report. The FEC has recalled military support to the execution committee at the last minute. Until I finish my investigation on Mania, there won't be any threat against you with that level of weaponry. But I can't make any promises further than that. Our mutual trust stops there, and I don't have the kind of power to help you fight against anything.
それでいい。私のことを信じたり認めたりする必要はないし、我々に遠慮する必要は
To be fair, though, that's all Julian really needs, because that firepower would just
Yeah.
crush the building, but anything below that can be gamed.
Hmm.
That will suffice. You don't need to trust or recognize me, and it doesn't matter if you choose not to forgive us.
立場はどうであれ、一人の正直で善良な人間として自分のやるべきことをやるといい。サビカはきっと
Why do I feel like
あなたと
we're
敵対
talking
すること
to
は
an
ない。
older chief by looking at him in a way?
Yeah, I do think he's basically a more tired, a more exhausted almost version of Chief in a way. Like he learned a lot.
Yeah.
He definitely learned a lot in his life, and he's much smarter. He's much more prudent. He's much more paranoid. He's much more like absolutely. I will 100% be certain before I do anything. Right? He's much more of that sort. But Chief
And
already.
after all this
yeah.
with Chief, I feel like Chief will turn into something like this in the future.
Yeah, I do imagine he would be a bit
Like he could.
at least more so. Though I do think he would be at least more optimistic about things because he has so many sinners, so many waifus. You cannot be cynical with so many waifus.
Yeah, you can't. But to be honest, Julian might have had that, but then they all died.
Yeah,
So
true. No matter which side you're on,
That-
if you're an honorable and kind person, you'll do what you should. Rustfire will never harm you.
すべてがうまくいくよう祈っている。
Hmm? Yeah?
Hmm?
You were saying something.
oh yeah, I was just about to say, hopefully they don't actually die. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
hopefully,
they probably all
yeah.
die with Julian.
Oh, well. I wish you all the best. He pushed open the door to leave. Two people stand behind the door on the left and right. He cut in Taran. They seem to have guarded the door for a long time, and the air between them is stiff. The moment he sees you, Taran turns his head to look away. You ignore him too and say to Hekate, "Why didn't you go and eat something?" Before she answers, the metal beneath your feet begins thumping. Someone is dashing this way from the other end of the bridge.
戻ったよーはいあーんして
I'm back. Here, open your mouth.
Ah yes, thank you, Jack. The smack the kid light to convey annoyance is back.
Smack the kid lightly to convey annoyance.
Yes.
I seriously want to smack him to convey annoyance.
Yes. Hella hops and bumps into both of you, ready to shove the wraps in her hand into your mouths.
これは全部このヘラ様への供物なのでも特別にお裾分けしてあげる
These are offerings to the marvelous Hela. I'm kind enough to share them with you.
私がデカブツを撃退して流民要塞を守った姿がすごすぎて食堂のみんなが涙を流すくらい感謝してくれてさお腹いっぱいになるまで食べさせてもらってしかも全部タダなの
The way I defeated that huge armor and saved Drifter Camp was too darn cool. The guys at Canteen were practically kneeling to me. I had my mouth full without paying a dime there.
生まれて初めてのおもてなしここが大好きになっちゃった
I never enjoyed this kind of privilege before. I fucking love this place.
供物は亡者に捧げるもの
You know how you should read it?
Offerings are for the dead.
You know should read this because she shoved like food in her mouth. Like with a fucking bun in her mouth, like.
I can't do that, but
Yeah.
うるさい
shut your big mouth.
You take the wrap and pass it to Hecate, then pat the grumpy Hella on the head.
There. It's
There. You lead the two of them out of the stressful space that seems to suffocate you. Oh, now we fight. Now there is a fight. We're gonna fight.
We talked and now we fight.
Now, approach. The hidden mania contamination has been long invaded the Drifter camp. Led by members of the Drifter camp, Chief heads to investigate the site of the latest contamination outbreak.
クリス Go
Let's go. The music is really cool, as you heard. That was
Yeah,
that
I
was
like
that was the one of the tracks from the Ode to Sun, which is the recent event. They kind of mixed Chinese traditional instruments and like technical music there in the album, which was really cool.
Nice.
Only one staircase connects to Julian's office. You walk down it and exit the narrow path into the overhead passage sitting atop the square. Oh no, there's a staircase leading to Julian's office.
Oh no! Wait a minute. How does he get down?
maybe
Fuck, how does he get down?
maybe he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No. How did he get down before? That's a bit of a problem. Mechanisms. Hopefully. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult, and he is never getting down there again.
True. He has many tools and tricks, but still, maybe that's why.
Why would you put a staircase on the crippled person's house?
Maybe that's why he put a staircase, is to have an excuse to not go out. Maybe he's just a hikikomori.
He's just a very big, neat, and introvert.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would do the same.
Same.
Like, I'm sorry, I can't go out today. There's stairs, and there's like an hour to get down.
Sure, yeah. It's too much of a pain in the ass. You know very well you can just take a lift. I'm so sick and tired today. Oh, by the way, that mood, that's what happened with Duro during the event. So she is basically a scholar from Eastia. She's came in. It was just like to help you research the big fucking crow apostle that we needed to like end. And when Chief was like talking to her, and she's like, no. Oh, I'm so sick. I cannot move from this very comfortable couch that I'm sitting at all. You will have to go out and investigate on your own. That's what she literally did.
Yeah, I understand that. Honestly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to investigate either.
Yeah. You walk down it and exit the narrow path into the overhead passage sitting atop the square. The broadcasting station is near, and the central square's food stalls are still a dozen meters below. Although the night's market is open, the place is not as glamorous and crowded as yesterday. The entire space is drowned in an odd anxiety. The executive committee's raid scared the ordinary inhabitants, and in places they're not yet aware of, money is spreading unnoticeably. A shackle. What are we shackling? A monitor?
I don't know what we're shackling.
No response. I don't know what you expected there, Chief. You tried to sense the location of the communication source, but in vain. It seems like you'll have to...
I don't know what he expected.
Yeah. It seems like you'll have to investigate...
You can't do it normally.
Yeah, by following one clue after another. Ah, Lavina.
Damn it. Lavina.
The shout interrupts your thoughts. Ellie is waving at the red-haired woman waiting on the other end of the bridge. Is the woman who took her to the canteen not long ago.
自己紹介が遅れてすまないね。私はラフナ。争いが嫌いな料理担当の広報支援員さ。
Oh.
I haven't introduced myself. My name is Lavina, and I'm the logistics officer here. I'm only in charge of food and not guns. I also dislike fights.
Nice.
クレープは美味しかったかい？足りなければもっと作ってあげるよ。
Well, the wrap's good. If you hadn't had enough, I can make some more.
あなたたちは共同病を排斥するのに、コンビクトは排斥しないの？
You despise mania, but not sinners.
You know you're too much of a kid. You're too kid like for her. Like she's such a mom. You know what I mean?
She is a mom.
Look at her.
She's the mom, and Julian's the grandpa.
Yeah, exactly. Darling, can you go feed the kids? Okay, Dad. Okay. It's just like or sounds of like screechy rolling down the floor. Where is the TV remote? It's in your hands, Dad. Oh, I see.
Dad, you forgot to turn off the mechanism again.
Oh, old age is not that. Back in my day, yes, Dad. Back.
Yes, Dad, I know.
Because this vigilant doesn't offend the woman and only sends her to deep thoughts.
コンビクトは何か悪いことをしたのかい？
Did sinners do anything wrong?
そりゃトトは詐欺上手だし、白木トリオは借金踏み倒しの常習犯だし、どこぞの大ホラ吹きもいるし、あとは言われてみれば確かにうちのコンビクトはちょっとあれだね。
Okay.
It's all the sinners, the scammers.
All the ones just like, oh, dude likes to scam people for money. Those 3 for white stumps never pay their debts. Oh my god.
Oh, do you like to scam people for money? Those 3 from Whitestone never pay their debts. There's also that con artist who only knows to bluff. And, alright, the sinners we have here aren't very presentable.
You don't say.
Poor KK.
The red hair's Hell is new mod. It might be, yeah. At least Hella is already accepting the new mother. And like Hella is just like, Chief, take the MILF. Take her. She cooks
Take the milk. Take
Yeah.
the milk, Chief.
Take the MILF, yeah.
でもヘラちゃんは可愛いよ。その元気さを見ればみんなも嬉しくなるし、好きでたまらないよ。
But look how cute Hella is. People adore her energy and can't help coddling her.
You glimpse at Hella's expression. She seems to have already lowered her guard. Apparently, Lavina is good at easing others' nerves. Is this also his arrangement?
さて、私の無駄話に付き合っている暇はないんだろ？一番近い調査現場はすぐそこだ。まだ事故発生時のままなんだ。ついてきなよ。
Alright, I know you're already tired of my rambling. Come, the closest site for investigation is not far, and it's been kept as is since the incident happened.
She leads you across the bridge onto the rail car, down the elevator, and finally, you arrive at the other end of the commercial district. There are fences to seal this area. She's like, hey, Dad, can you date the MILF so I have a new mom? Exactly.
Yeah.
I need someone to cook me food. She says, Ella.
I want the rats.
Yeah. The inhabitants are evacuated in time. Dressed in thick cloaks, a dozen armed personnel are pointing their guns at dark alley and firing anti-mania shots into it, triggering nauseating growls. Well, aren't you a bundle of laughs?
Yeah.
Inside. There are no signs of monsters in here, but the pitch dark alley indeed gives you an unpleasant yet familiar atmosphere.
最初の指導はすでに倒して、汚染もほぼ片付いているはずなんだけど、どうにもまだ不穏な気配があるのよね。
The corruptors were already killed and the contamination has been mostly cleaned up. But I didn't expect to see a sign of resurgence today.
では専門家さん、あとはお願いね。
I'll leave the rest to you, Mr. Expert.
Okay. That's wonderful mission, Mr. Game, sir. Because, you know, not defeating the enemies. Okay. She really is like that. Eons. Okay. Actually, let me give you an opportunity to see how Yao works. Yeah. Let's do that. I still don't have Duro leveled up, so we'll have to deal without it.
ここで咲かせるわ。ここで咲かせるわ。終わるまで。
Man, that went quickly.
Yeah. She's on fire.
ここで咲かせるわ終わるまで
最高の映画
Bonk.
の公開だ。
ここで咲かせるわ終わるまで
お楽しみください。うるさい。静かにしたま
You're way too
It's a
overpowered.
snake.
最高の映画
The
の
snake.
公開だ。
I want a snack.
ここで咲かせるわ終わるまで
Okay.
Have you ever wanted a snake as a pet?
Yeah. They're cute.
最高の映画の公開だ。
I like snakes.
I saw a very blue snake recently that I was like, oh, that'd be really pretty as a pet.
最高の映画
I
の
want to
公開
dance
だ
with。snakes. It sounds cool.
Yeah, that does actually sound kind of cool.
最高の映画の公開だ。
ここで咲かせるわ終わるまで
最高の映画の公開だ。
I think the strongest part about Darren is that she's just like super cool, super OP. Like, in terms of in terms of what she can do.
お楽しみください。最高の映画の公開だ。天正流か。
But yeah, that is also what she did. That's that's her exclusive crime brand. What she actually does, I'll show you what she actually does. She can consume sinners, basically.
Oh, I think you showed me that.
Yeah.
Before.
After cleaning the overactive filth, use Hella's pipe to lift a strange cloak lying in the corner. No, it's not a cloak, it's a raincoat. Its owner is nowhere to be found, and its inside is covered in highly developed maniac contamination dripping down to the ground. Yep. Yeah. Your wish
Oh,
will be granted. I witness.
思い出したカーニバルにいた天城の男じゃん
I remember this. It's the raincoat guy from the carnival.
Ask Levina. Was this what this kind of a raincoats found near all the mutated executive officers?
回収した遺品を確認するよう頼んでみたよ。少し待ってね。あとは
Just a moment. I already contacted someone to check the belongings of deceased. Besides,
She nods that there aren't personnel next to her. Immediately walks towards you, holding a dark Ziploc bag.
ここでは
Ziploc.
本物の指導を実際に見た人は少ないから、彼らにとっては結構衝撃的なのよ。ちゃんと袋に入れてね。
Most people here haven't seen a real corruptor. What you're holding may be too shocking to them. Keep it sealed.
Indeed. Even in your experience, the contamination here looks very showy. It keeps morphing and shaking and twisting, making a twisting noise, as if emphasizing its existence constantly. Rather than destructions, it looks more like a revolting performance. It's different from the mania that took lives discreetly in your memories. Your head feels heavy, and you keep thinking as you pour filth into your hands into the bag. Just when you finish sealing the bag, the scar-faced man before you snickers suddenly and whispers to you in a hushed, weird voice.
賢いものだ。コンビクトのボス。あれを倒すとは怪物より怪物だな。
Yeah, and?
どこぞの局長か知らないが、お前は仲間ではない。
Smarty pants, so they're big shot. The monster who killed that monster. You're not one of us, but the so-called chief.
それに仮死状態にまで。衆目の中で皆を騙すような真似をして、実に勇敢だ。
You even know how to fake death. You deceived everyone in plain sight. How brave!
内通者がいるのだろうな。
I'm sure you've got an insider working for you. It kind of freezes suddenly.
お前を撃った協力者は足も速く姿をくらますことに長けていた。おかげでよくわからなかったが、そいつが何者かぜひ教えてほしいものだ。
The person who shot you, who worked for you, runs fast and hides well. Couldn't see clearly. Sir, do you know who he is? Why don't you investigate it yourself? You can't be bothered to respond to such blatant provocation. From these words, you can't tell that the Rust is being suspected, but not completely exposed. Considering his style, he wouldn't reveal himself while rescuing two sinners. Telling yourself that no pain, no gain to ease the annoyed feelings, you turn to bypass the man and make your way back. Outside the fences, you see, though, through the window, that many inhabitants have gathered in the building somehow.
もう大丈夫。危険な存在は徹底的に排除したよ。清掃部隊がここを片付けたら、みんなまたいつも通りに過ごせるさ。
Everything's okay now. The threat has been completely removed. Once the cleanup tidies the place, you can reopen your business again.
People are looking at you, their faces full of vigilance and distrust. You scan across the crowd and recognize Greta, the doctor who took you to Yuga. But he immediately evades your gaze, and his first reaction is to hide.
今ちょうど返事が来たよ。共同化した連中全員の近くに天城のようなものがあった。
Of course they do.
I got their response. All the Retail guys have something like this raincoat around them.
それで専門家さん、これからどうする？
Now, what are you gonna do next, expert?
顔色が悪いようだけど、どうかしたのかい？
Live server. You don't look well. What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's move on to the next place. I just still have no clue. Let's hurry up with the investigation. Welcome, Cyprus. You're only cooperating with them. You barely know them, and neither do they know you. Let's go somewhere with fewer people. Most people means higher risk. More people means higher risk.
他人に嫌われたくないのか。どうやら傷ついたようだな。ここが。
Is the risk not being hated? Did it hurt you? Here. He smiles.
黙りな、俊明。
He smiles and points at his own heart, but a voice stops him abruptly. That's you.
Shut up, Nakamura.
The gentle red-haired logistics officer's voice suddenly turns cold and stern. The man named Nakamura straightens up reflexively. His Hulk colleagues follow suit. After a brief silence, Lavina begins slowly.
危うく忘れるところだったよ。あんたらのクレープをあの子から預かってたんだった。ずっとお腹を空かせながら仕事をしてたんだろ。それに、あんまり寝てもいないようだね。
I almost forgot. A girl took the wraps for you. 2 wraps for you. You've been working busily on an empty stomach. I reckon you haven't gotten much sleep either, have you?
なんてこったい。後方支援員としてあるまじき失態だよ。ついてきな。
That's not good. This only means the logistics department hasn't done their job properly. A live server, come with me.
Time is running short. I have to go investigate.
寝不足で腹まで空いてちゃいい成果を上げられないよ。倒れでもしたら余計に時間を無駄にするだけさ。
True.
How can you think when you're sleep deprived and starving? You're wasting time. You only waste more time if you think.
ついてきな。
Come with me.
Yeah. Tequila. Are you really out of strength? As you hesitate, you feel yourself straighten up as well. Then, right in front of everyone, the logistics officer drags you away. Just like grabs you by the ear. I think I know what she's doing. Here. what she did basically is that everyone is like, "Oh, a monster! What a monster! She's such a monster!" And then Lavina just basically grabbed him by the ear and dragged him and off like a kid who just did like a mini pants thing. Can
Yeah,
you really? Yeah,
basically.
can you really be afraid of someone who's like, "Oh, I did something bad." Mom, I don't want food. I already ate today. You did not ate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like, oh nice. E. Kick. Okay, let's continue.
All right.
A temporary break. With Lavina's help, Chief has the rare possibility of a short break during the mission.
Yeah, it's very rare for us to even get like a break in hours.
Mm-hmm. Days sometimes. You're led into the new room nearby. Stewed egg pancakes, minced meat, and hot bean soup appear before you. There seems to be coffee heated up on the stove as well.
最後に食事をとったのは
When was the last time you ate?
Last night, I had some grilled chicken, bean curd, and a piece of meat from Tally.
睡眠は
And the last time you slept?
Yesterday afternoon in the wooden box in her desk. That's literally, I'm gonna sleep when I die. I actually kind of died.
Basically, whenever we see Chief sleep, it's only when he's passed out.
Yeah,
Only when he's passed out.
All the
Usually
way
after being kidnapped.
yeah. Maybe that's why he likes being kidnapped, because he actually gets to sleep.
Is this technically kidnapping?
Technically, yeah. Okay, Chief, time to go. Take a nap.
Take a nap. You're kidnapped. You can do it now.
Yeah. See, you cannot say kidnap without a nap.
Yeah, basically.
He didn't say that out loud, but she doesn't seem like she needs to hear it either. She just sighs.
あんたも急いでいるし食べやすいものだけを用意したちゃんとした睡眠をとる時間はないからモノレールに乗った時に仮眠して残った分はコーヒーで何とかしてくれよ
Here are some quick snacks. I know you're in a hurry. I don't think I can get you lie down either. Try to take a nap in the rail car and make up for the rest with coffee.
幽連が徹夜続きの時これを飲んでいるんだ一杯に角砂糖を10個入れて脳のエネルギーを補充するのさ
Jeez.
Honestly fair.
This is what Julian drinks when he pulls several all-nighters in a row. He puts 10 sugar cubes in a cup to replenish his brain energy.
Eat. Under her gaze, you begin chewing silently. In fact, you can't really taste anything, but you swallow mechanically. Like she said, your body is reaching its limit.
昼の戦いで噂が広まったのかみんなあんたのことを誤解しているようだねタランのやつが大きな声で叫んでいたからそれを聞けばあんたをスパイだと思っても仕方ないか
People have some misunderstanding about you. News about the battle at noon has probably started spreading. Tyron has shouted so loudly that those words must have gotten out. Those who've heard it may think you're an infiltrated spy.
動くなこの人こそあんたが探している専門家ミノス危機管理局の局長軍団を鎮圧した英雄だ
Stop. This is the expert you're looking for. The chief of Middlesbrough Crisis Control. The hero that helped you take down the Legion.
俺を出しにして奴らの信頼を騙し取るなど卑怯じゃないか同じ任務を執行している仲だろ一緒に流民要塞の面倒ごと解決しようじゃねえか
You think it's fair to trade me for their trust? We came for the same mission, taking care of Drifter Camp, didn't we?
確 確かに外の連中は喧嘩慣れしているけど、要塞の中にいるのは普通の避難民ばかりで、ほとんどが臆病者だ。普段はマフィアを直視することさえできやしない。あんな大きなやつが目の前に現れ
I think with the
なおさらだ。
with the drifter camp, a lot of it is kind of like when you push someone into a corner, they fight in the most vicious way possible
Yeah.
because they have nothing and nowhere else to go.
Nothing to lose, basically.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the brutal way they fight. Most of the people in the camp are ordinary folks who get scared easily. They don't even dare to face the gangsters in the past, let alone that huge thing today.
あんたが悪いわけじゃないさ。ただ、みんなは転々とした生活が長いから、何かあると反射的に怯えるんだ。
It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
When fear becomes a habit.
That's basically every day in Syndicate at this point.
Yeah.
They have nothing against you. It's just they've been through too much. Fear has become a habit.
She smiles at you.
幽霊も責任があるよ。機械いじりしかできないし、機嫌が悪いと全部顔に出る。もうリーダーになったんだから、嘘を言ってでもみんなを激励してもいいのにね。
Julian's just there behind his mechanisms like, I can do that, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Blame it on Julian, that sulky guy. He only knows to hide behind those mechanisms whenever something happens. You should at least say a few big words to lift the morale, being the leader and all.
I just imagine in my brain what happens when Julian needs to say a few big words. He just like silently rolls out on a pedestal. He says really long, complicated words, specifically like a troll. You know, like you found and he rolls back in like backwards.
He just dips out backwards.
Yeah, he's like slowly like
Like a freaking robot.
yeah. And then, and you can hear Lavina face palming in the background. I didn't mean that. The way his subordinates mocks him prompts you to rethink your perception of Rustfire's leader.
とはいえ、要塞で最も神経質な幽霊でさえあんたとの協力体制を取ったのだから、他の人もいずれ理解してくれるだろうよ。心配しなくても大丈夫。
Then again, even if even Julian, the most paranoid person in the camp, is willing to team with you, he has will gradually understand and accept you too. Don't worry.
She knows how to gain the trust from others. Ella probably can't resist her moves either, but you're not in the mood for to hear all this. You only want to leave as soon as possible. I don't care. We're only cooperating and getting what we need from each other. You don't need to comfort me. When you finish, you pick up the ball of bean soup and down it. Behind the bowl, after a brief silence, she suddenly laughs. The Tsun Chief is back. Tsun Chief.
Sunchi! We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, Tsun Chief. This game has multiplayer. Kind of. It's kind of like a community-based thing. You can have others borrow your units and shit. Like you can have a friend system and whatnot. And guilds, and there's actually specifically guild based challenges like Tide of Ashes at some point where you basically have the entire guild go in and do shit over and over and kill the boss. So that's the thing. But yeah, most of the time it's kind of an individualistic kind of storytelling game. I'm explaining the game to person in my chat, by the way. Don't worry.
Yeah,
It's
I see it.
yeah, it's kind of a gacha game. It's a gacha game, yeah. It's not a kind of, it's a gacha game. It's been out for a bit, but yeah, it's really nice. I like the story. I like the vibe, voice acting, everything. I like it. Anyway, she suddenly laughs.
あんたも偏屈なガキだったとは意外だね。
Didn't expect you to be a stubborn kid too.
悔しいのに感情を
Big question mark.
いやいやながらも相手のために任務を遂行しなければならない。これがあんたの日常かい？
Deep down, you're feeling aggrieved, but you just swallow that feeling and continues to do your job. Has this happened to you often?
Before you retort, your eyes dim.
私の子供が亡くなった時もあんたくらいの年だったよ。
My kid was about your age when she left.
You swallow the words before they escape your mouth. Even if it's just acting, the sadness in her eyes is too infectious. You can't bring yourself to say it. Was it the executive committee or the sheriffs? That's why you joined Rustfire?
あんたには関係のないことさ。深く考えなくていい。もう何年も前のことだし、私はとっくに受け入れている。
Don't overthink. It's nothing to do with people on your side. It was many years ago. I've long gotten over it.
She pauses and stands up to get coffee. She also grabs some sugar cubes for you and sets them on the side.
サビカに加入した私はみんなの母になった。ここにいるのは自分のことを大事にしない人ばかりでね。忙しいったらあ
So
る
she's
しな。
supposed to be mom.
It's kind of sweet.
I joined Rustfire to be the mother of more kids. Like you, they all don't know how to take care of themselves. My work is never done.
That really is kind of sweet, huh? Like people join in for
It is.
revenge, and I want to do something. She just really wanted to take care of them. That's really all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking care of me.
いや、別に世話したつもりはないよ。あんたは私の
No.
子供じゃないし、私たちの仲間でもない。
You're neither my child nor a companion.
だから今日、
No.
あの
Thank you.
怪物に対抗するために緊急集合がかかった。爆発音と銃声が聞こえてきて、倉庫が廃墟になり、火が一面に広がった。最悪の場合を考えた方がいいと幽霊に言われて、私はてっきり。
They had an urgent assembly today, saying they had to fight against a monster. I heard explosions and gunshots. The depot was in ruins and fire was ablazing. Julian told me to prepare for the worst. I thought,
Her hands holding the coffee begin trembling.
身分や立場、目的はどうであれ、あんたは身を挺して守ってくれた。
no matter your identity, stance, and purpose, you showed up and protected us.
私らのために足を止めてくれたよそ者なんて今までいなかったのにさ。でも今でさえ、
No outsiders.
あんたは自分に無理して駆け回っている。
No outsiders have ever stayed for us.
Oh, sorry.
And even now,
全部あんた
you're
の
still
おかげだ。
straining yourself to keep working.
他の人が何と言おうと、私はあんたにとても感謝しているんだよ。
I didn't lose anyone else, and it's all thanks to you. Regardless of what the others say, I'm truly grateful to you.
だから無理をしないで。
Don't overwork yourself.
I like how even Chief, like he cannot respond anything to that besides like okay.
Yeah, he's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's got a little heavy. I didn't expect this.
Yeah, like he tries to keep a cold front. He tries to he desperately tries to keep a cold front, but at the end he crumbles like a fucking a house of cards under the pressure of actually kind people. He just crumbles.
He doesn't meet kind people often, so when he does,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do I do here?
Yeah, exactly. You take the coffee from her silently, think for a second, then add 10 sugar cubes into it. It finally tastes like something. That's the exact reason why we mentioned that Julian and him are like kind of the same person, in a way.
Yeah.
Julian also does that because when you're so tired and numb to everything, you don't even taste anything. And this is what is happening to Chief right now.
Yeah.
When you walk out of the duty room, the logistics officer shoves several more raps at you and returns to her usual kind and somewhat strict self. Hella is staring in a certain direction with Hikate, wielding her pipe and cursing.
私たちを誘拐したクソガキがこっそりついてきてる。また何か悪いことを企んでるに違いないよ。
It's that jerk that abducted us. He's following us. Who knows what he's up to this time?
あれはタランじゃないか。幽連の大目玉を食らったから、今は怒りを抑えながらも用心棒を務めてくれているみたいだね。機械の操作にも長けているから、それなりに役立つはずだよ。
Oh, Taran. He got scolded by Julian. He's probably holding his temper and has come to be your bodyguard. That kid's quite skillful in operating mechanisms. He could be useful.
局長に対する敵意が強い。彼のことは信用できない。
I don't trust him. He's hostile towards Chief.
Actually, I did notice something here. This symbol here.
Yeah.
This is Crash's emblem.
Who?
Crash, the one sinner I'm missing from like one of the tendencies. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, Crash. She's like I think she like controls darkness or something, shadows. Yeah.
So kind of like Hikate, but all of them and not just one.
Well, yeah. To be fair, Hikate is kind of like more of a stando.
Yes, Stando.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally a stand. She can attack separate.
It
She can attack with it, and no normal person sees it unless they also have it. The stand.
Mm-hmm. It's a stand.
That's why they do it. A collaboration with JoJo.
Was Hikate in the collab?
I mean, obviously, this is the event of collaboration between like was it Stone Ocean? Yeah, it was Stone Ocean. Stone Ocean season of JoJo. It's like a full-on story event, and you get Jolene Joestar as a character in Path to Nowhere.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's funny.
あいつは頭が硬いからね。そう怒らないで放っておけばいいよ。精鋭部隊の先輩方が帰ってきたらどうにかしてくれるさ。
I love that basically like someone will deal with him. Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
He'll figure himself out.
Yeah.
He's just stubborn. Don't mind him and don't waste your energy on him. Once the seniors from the elite squad are back, someone will deal with him.
You look at Taran. He can't hear your shouts from where he stands, so Hella's cursing doesn't do much. But he should be able to see your hands clearly. Perhaps he can sign something at him.
What the fuck is that?
He flips him off.
Don't do what the fuck? Flip him off to convey annoyance.
I love the face, like the face attached to it, to the emoticon. Just like, lips up.
Flip him off to convey annoyance.
You would fucking like be reasonable adult and leave him alone. Wag your index finger to mock him. Just flip him off. Fucking Hekate's face. Hekate's face, I swear to God. Eh.
じゃあ行こうか。
Let's go.
You can't see Tara's reaction clearly, but from the way the pink-haired fighter next to him holds you can't see Tara's reaction clearly, but from the way the pink-haired fighter next to him holds down his shoulders, the kid's likely mad. Just like imagine he's like
Nice.
staring
Convey
daggers.
annoyance.
He's like staring daggers at him, and he's just like, have you seen that clip of have you seen that meme of Robin from Star Rail?
No, I have not.
Okay, let me show you the exact thing, the exact face I imagine Chief had there.
We have conveyed our annoyance finally.
Yeah, there we go, found it. Okay, found it. This is the face.
I'm waiting. I want to see the space.
This is this is the Chief's face. Honestly,
Yeah.
like this is for me. Let me show you. Like, let me show you, chat, exactly what I'm saying here. Do I have a spare image thing? Probably do I? Yeah, I do.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let me just. Okay. Okay, let me. There you go. Like this is what Chief shows. This is what Taran sees, but like in Chief's form. This is what happened here.
Yeah, that is. Yep.
Yeah,
I
basically
love how it
that's
just covers my entire face.
yeah. That's basically what happened there. I imagine that's just through me. The image is strong in this one. You
I
leave,
just imagine a deadpan face and like the middle finger slowly rising onto the screen.
yeah. You leave contentedly. You have business to tend to. You'll come back to this later.
それで次はどこに行く？例の執行官の情報を見に行くかい？
Where do you want to go for your next investigation next? You want me to show you those executive officers' messages?
Your body's warming up again. Your stuffed chest is slowly relaxing. The stuck cogs in your brain begin to turning gradually. You start thinking again, and clues are finally popping up in your head. No need. It has nothing to do with them. Both the grim and slaughtered executive officers and the shocking, terrifying contaminations are all just tricks used by the mastermind behind to aggravate you. They're not done yet. Once they use up all the executive officers, they'll switch to another type of performance. As you speak, you hear clamor mixed with moans and cries for help from a distance, leaving the communications device sounds.
なんだって？複数の場所で指導が一斉に発生した？これは
1. Corruptor outbreaks in multiple locations. This.
Before she can react, a gust of moldy smell and wind sweeps over the garden you were in. A pitch black flame ignites fear instantly. It's on. It's on, bitch.
Let's do this shit.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna throw 11 here. I'm gonna throw 11 here. Move Darren closer, and you know what? Oak casket. The casket of the oak.
You know, oak caskets are very pretty, so.
Bruh.
安らかな眠りをうるさい静かにしたまえお聞きいただきありがとうございました
最高の映画の公開だ。
Okay.
I'm still laughing inside about the sheep thing.
ここまでだ。
Honestly, same.
お楽しみくださいませ。
That was perfect. Honestly.
I loved it.
お聞きいただき
They didn't even say it, they just showed it in emojis. I love it.
Yeah. You know exactly what kind of face Chief made there from the from the facial expression.
ありがとうございました。
Yeah, you do.
最高の映画の公開だ。
You don't even need to be explained what just like happened there and how like without a million words.
お聞きいただきありがとう。
ここまでだ。
Hella's expression
この
after.
映画の公開だ。最高の
Yeah, Hekate's expression was also priceless, honestly.
お楽しみくださいませ。
Hekate's just like, eh? Like she genuinely did not expect that.
So she never did that before. So
最高の映画の公
she's
開
usually
だ。
trying to be professional.
お聞きいただきありがとうございました。
うるさい。
Die, please. Thank you.
静かにしたまえ。
I'm so polite. I'm so polite.
Respectfully, please die.
Yeah, die, please. Ah, thank you.
さようなら。ダーリン。
Still not. I still don't believe how like detailed they made her thighs here.
I hope that my art gets that detailed one day.
Yeah.
I want those detailed thighs.
Yeah. Dim detailed thighs. Let me see. Do we have a?
もう少しで。
Let me see. Do I have enough? I do. Let's roll for Mantis real quickly.
All right.
Little breaky break to roll for Mantis. Oh, nice. 3 A classes. That's
Nah.
good.
ニューシティ銀行カスタマー。
He's got 3A.
新宿へと
Ooh, iron.
野放しにしておいて。
Hi, Iron.
よろしければキッチンに。
Kelvin. Oh, AMP. Hello, AMP. Oh, Christina.
MBCC の局長はニューシティ特派員
Flora.
フローラです。家庭用
Labyrinth. One of the honestly one. Okay, okay. Very on point here.
私はペガシ。
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bakassi.
世代の
She's like a walking nuclear reactor, by the way. It's so cool. Like that's her literal power. She's a walking nuclear reactor.
Nice. I want to be a nuclear reactor.
静かにして。
That sounds cool.
I want to be your nuke, baby. Okay, let's see. Let's quickly do the shekels. Yeah, okay. Shekels.
Oh, yeah, it really is just nuclear reaction talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
She which is really funny because nuclear like stuff is banned in the world, so she's just her existence is banned now. Like she's even double screwed compared to like normal Sinnerdom.
Man, they really looked at her and said, "No, you're banned, girl. You can't be here.
Yeah,
You can't be existing."
game really said have this KK.
局長から私に会いに来たの。
Have this KK in these trying times. Okay, let's
It
continue.
will be KK.
Yeah, it will all be KK. Black flames swept around, and the familiar shadows reappeared in front of Chief.
獲物見っけ。
The shadow and flame is still wiggling, and it's hard to clear. The rest fire members coming to help are already ashen-faced.
あの怪物は一体何なんだ。あれも再建委員会による罠なのか。
What's that thing? Is it also a trap by the executive committee?
Just smoke and mirrors. Stay away from it. Whatever you hear and see, don't think too much about it. Know how to suppress your emotions. Protect yourselves and those around you. Make everyone go inside. Now. Before he finished, the flame suddenly dwindles. Surprisingly, you see a pitch black human shape. He stops struggling and makes a shrill roar abruptly. It's a terrifying laugh. The windows in the whole alley shudder. You hear miserable cries from inside the buildings. As if petrified, Lavinia drops the communication device, shattering it. Hela gets hold of her in time, fearing that she may be the next one to break.
これだから戦い慣れてないやつは局長早くなんとかしてよ
Lavina, Lavina, fuck! This is what happens when you don't get used to beating people up. If I ever think of something.
Before it lets out another wave of screams, several bolts of blue light flash by. Metal wires are shot from the beams, entangling the wiggling shadow. Next, an enormous mechanical arm spins and smashes down, crushing it into the ground.
あれは装置サビカが協力してくれたの
It's the mechanism. Is Respire helping us?
Meanwhile, your communication device sounds. Did you get attacked? You don't say!
Man, we didn't think so. But now that you say it, yes.
Yes. But it's not fatal. After all, it's not their goal to spread contamination, but to incite fear. People will be more susceptible to a different kind of mania trap if their minds are weakened by this. They don't need a disguise anymore. From the cracks smashed open on the ground, black flames spill out slowly and flow upward, eventually gathering up the tip of the metal ball and forming a familiar figure. It's you. It's you. You think you can glimpse it. You think you can escape. Useless. It's useless.
Man, dude, stop laughing. Let us speak.
Like his voice is laughter voice is so loud, like he's about to cough. Like that's something in my throat.
He starts choking in the middle of his speech.
Mere worms, mere ants will burn to ashes in the end. It smiles menacingly and raises its hand. The nauseating mark emerges once again, and the black flames begin blazing. Its voice grows loud suddenly, piercing the walls and ceilings, shaking the floor of the buildings. Look at me. Look at me. Let us witness its return.
How about we don't? That sounds good.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I like how it labels the fire hydrant. Like we don't know what a fire hydrant is.
Yes, obviously. I mean, you have to.
Oh yes, I didn't know a fire hydrant.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a fire hydrant.
Yeah, obviously you didn't.
I've been so blind up to this point. I thought it was a water hydrant, you know?
Yeah, obviously. Let's go. A fire bather. What are you bathing in? You motherfucker.
Fire, obviously.
You die, bitch. Okay, thank you. Why am I thanking them for dying? I don't know.
Can you please die? Thank you. How nice of you.
Oh, wow. They go vroom vroom.
We got some tanks up in here. I didn't realize that Chief now has the little cloak on.
Yeah, because I got the skin.
Yeah. I want a cloak like that. It's badass.
Stop yeeting shit at me, you bitch. Oh wow, Vanilla is going overdrive mode.
うるさい静かにしたまえ
What does that mean?
ここまで
See?
ここまでだ
Like her arms are on fire.
お聞きいただき
Oh,
ありがとうございましたここで
so is it like
探せるわ
extra damage?
終わるまで
Yep.
Hmm.
お楽しみくださいますお聞きいただきありがとうございました
And she's like does things faster, so
ここまでだ
Hmm.
ここで咲かせるわうるさい静かにしたまえここで咲かせるわお楽しみくださいますお聞きいただきありがとう
stop yeeting shit again.
最高の映画の公開だ
Always the yeeters.
Yeah. The battle is over, but it's merely the start of the bigger crisis. In the interconnected drifter camp, the echoes travel in every direction, announcing the spread of the chaos.
要塞内の複数箇所で指導が一斉に発生した商店街採水地住宅街診療所いずれも人が密集している場所だ
See, I think that's the problem here.
Mm-hmm.
We have different goals with the cloaks and Parma. Parma doesn't actually need to find it.
Yeah.
He just needs to strengthen it enough to make a blank ring go poof. He just needs that. He doesn't actually need to find it. So he just kind of basically causes chaos because he has a vague idea where the corpus is. It's like around here, but he doesn't know when or where. But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's like this building. This is the building. So just cause everything in this building.
Mhm.
This building in here.
Yep. He only needed a vague location of where everything is happening, of where the corpus is hiding, to be able to fuel the mania here. And he's doing his best to do so.
Yeah.
Multiple
Why
locations.
do I feel like they just followed the chief and that's how they figured out it was here? And that's why it's now happening.
Probably, yeah. Multiple
'Cause
locations.
They probably didn't even know either until
Yeah.
the chief.
Yeah, probably, because nobody can sense it. Like, nobody can sense it.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple locations of the drifter camp saw corruption and derangement. The commercial district, water station, residential area, and the clinic are all highly populated spots.
今のところ被害はまだ軽微だが精神的なショックを受けた者が多く早急に事態を沈静化させないと共同病が蔓延する恐れがある
There haven't been severe casualties so far, but many people have suffered mental shock. They may trip into mania if their minds are not stabilized soon.
しっかりしろラフだ我々にはあなたが必要なんだ
Lavna, get it together, we need you. Ashen-faced, the red-haired woman trembles all over. Her body remains stiff for a while before she finally answers.
分かったよすぐに対応する
Got it. I'll get to working right away.
Should we evacuate the drifter camp?
簡単なことではないと思うが全力を尽くそう
It'll be very difficult. I'll do what I can.
あなたは調査を続けるのか
And you? Are you going to continue your investigation? Of course. I'll find the corpus and destroy it. Now that we're sure it's their scheme, I can't just let it be.
分かった
I see. He seems to have shifted to another communication device. The voice sounds distant.
タラン近くにいるのだろう地図を持っているか
Taran, you're nearby, aren't you? Do you have a map?
彼に渡せ
Give it to him. Lavina is shocked a bit by his words, and an even stronger protest comes from the other end of the device.
これは命令だまた勝手なことをするつもりか
This is an order. You want to let your temper get the best of you again?
幽霊私が受け取りに行く
Yulin, I'll go.
She leaves. Soon she comes back with the booklet and puts it in your hands carefully.
これは流民要塞内部の地図だよ 精鋭部隊レベルの権限を所持する者しか与えられない。すべての装置の設置箇所や秘密通路、パスワードが書かれている。
Ooh.
This is an internal map of the Drifter camp. It includes all the mechanisms, hidden passages, and passcodes. Elite squad clearance.
ここでは文字を読める人が少ないから、幽連が可能な限り分かりやすく作成してある。それでもまだ分からない箇所
Very considerate of him, actually.
私が説明してあげるよ。
Yeah. Not many people in the camp have been to school, so Julian has made it as simple as possible. If you can't understand it, I can come with you.
You flip through it. Although the information is packed and diverse, it's organized and clear, each function and mechanism properly categorized. Don't worry, I can read it. There are others who will need you more.
私は式の間にできる限りあなたと連絡を取り、必要なガイドをしよう。
I'll try to keep in touch and give you necessary instructions while commanding the others.
まずは E7 のエレベーターに乗って東28階に行くといい。権限はすでに開放してある。地図にあるパスワードがそのまま使えるはずだ。
I go to elevator E7 and head to level 28 east. I've granted you access, and the key is written in the map. Just use it directly. Should I search for the black raincoats from there?
調べるまでもない。M 値の異常が検出されたすべてのエリアのうち、人気のない場所は1箇所だけだ。そこに天城の男が複数現れている。
No searching needed. In all the areas detected with abnormal M values, only that place is desolate, but that's where several men in black raincoats appeared.
そこまで思い切った行動をするのなら、こちらにとっては相手の弱点をつかむ好機であるだろう。
If he decides to go all out, I figure this could be a chance to catch his weakness.
東28階の汚染状況はひどく、反共同観測システムに強力なジャミング効果をもたらしている。そこでは正しい位置情報を受信するどころか、この
That's where it might be then.
Yeah. Level 28 East is highly contaminated to the point it's seriously interfering with the anti-mania monitoring system. Once you're up there, I can't give you any more precise locations, and this communication device may not work either.
私の協力が必要なら、地図上から通信端末を見つけるといい。それは私の事務室に直接つながっており、ジャミングの影響も最小限に抑えられる。だが、数は少ない。基本的には自分の力を頼るしかないと思ってくれ。
If you need me, look for the communication terminals on the map. They have some anti-mania effect and dials straight to my office. But there aren't that many of them. You'll have to rely on yourself most of the time. You come to the elevator E7 under Levina's guidance. The upcoming battles must be even more dangerous. You won't let her come with you. So the map does offer great help, but you've still got a question. Are you sure about giving me the map? I suppose this is top secret to you. I recall that one of the objectives of the executive committee's infiltration into the camp is to scout the internal structure so that they can breach its place.
問題ない。
You won't cause us any issues, he says firmly. A moment later, he adds,
すべてが終わったら、返すのを忘れないでくれ。
when it's all over, be sure to return it. The smile has returned to Levina's face. He shoves a few hypercubes in your hands, along with a fancy little box. You smell a weird fragrance. This is...
覚醒効果のある違法のオイルさ。地図を取りに行った時、とある友達からあんたに渡すように頼まれてね。あんたの力になりたいけど、
Ah, Greta.
から渡すのは恥ずかしいからって。
Greta.
It's weird how we've seen this guy a few times and he was a weirdo, but I already think he's such a precious guy. Like, he's so, like, I don't know, sincere is what I would say.
Yeah.
And Outland Essence.
Outland Essence.
Yeah, right, that's you.
Are you 11
No, that's
now?
you. No, that's you. Sorry. Brain fart.
An Outland Essence oil to help you freshen up. Now that I fetched the map, a friend wanted me to bring this to you. He wished to help, but he was too shy to give it to you himself.
There is a hint of delight in her smile. You look back and find Greta peeking this way from the end of the alley. He hides back as soon as he sees you turn.
Aww. He's so cute.
Yeah. Thank you for me. You wave in Greta's direction and bid farewell to the two from Rustfire. The elevator is here. It's an open platform with an iron gate. When the gate opens, a handful of Rustfire members in protective cloaks carrying guns exit hurriedly to leave the elevator to the three of you. The gate shuts and the platform goes up.
随分と広そうね。どこから探せばいいのよ。
This place looks huge. Where do we even start?
局長、これは。
Chief, this is...
Something is stuck to the button of the level 28. You peel it off and find that it's a memo. You open it and find only one word written on it. Shackles. You freeze for a moment and begin sensing subconsciously. Indeed, somewhere above, someone connected to you through the shackles is there. It's KK. What's happening to her there? Who's this person that left you this message? You quickly peer down. The people who got out of the elevator haven't gone too far. As if sensing your gaze, one of them suddenly stops and looks back. The cloak conceals his figure and you can't see his face clearly. He makes a gun with his hand and points it at you, shooting once silently. Oh, hello, Rust.
Hi, Russ.
あの人は第9機関のスパイ。
Is that person? The undercover man from the Ninth Agency.
Rust waves at you and turns to leave.
めでたしめでたし。なんて素敵な物語
Oh, Russ is helping.
I really love how intricate this story can get sometimes. There's so many
moving parts.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yet it all connects each other.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was also wanted to say. Like, it's such a there's so many moving parts and little things that you have to keep like be aware of. Oh, nice. She finally is 10 compliance. Yay! Now she attacks even further.
Nice.
Okay, let's continue. Yeah. Deep in the secret passage, Che and KK are cautiously hiding in the shadows.
Jay!
Che! We did actually encounter him at the end of chapter 10, though. So
Yeah.
March 15th, Nightfall 113, 2251, Secret Passage, level 28, East District, Drifter Camp. The pipe is broken and spattering water everywhere, but still unable to put it out the scattered black embers. Two figures are stuck in a corner, piled with maniac contamination. Che sits with his back against the wall, his right hand reaching out to restrain KK and cover her mouth from behind.
口を閉じて黙ってろ。
Close your mouth. Hold still. He holds his breath completely and his entire body is straining, tilting his head to glare beyond the corner. KK can only follow his gaze out of the corner of her eye. She looks past the metal plate, blocking them, past the torn pieces of black raincoat, and sees the exit of the dark alley. Over there, spattering noise of water, another eerie sound comes from the other end of the dark alley. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of leather shoes. There is only one person stepping over the puddle and filth coming this way.
静かに息を止めるんだ。
Quiet. Hold your breath. His voice is almost inaudible, but the hand on her mouth keeps tightening, dragging KK deeper into the contamination. Wriggling, the rotten contamination can't break through the shackles and hurt KK, but it's crawling onto the boy's skin, corrupting him slowly. Che remains motionless, treating it as a kind of cover of their existence.
息を止めろ。
Hold your breath. As the footsteps near, even more rustling noises creeps closer. Eerie sounds of wind crush against the narrow passage. KK's muscles are straining almost to the point of tearing. It's those monsters with no faces, only masks, or only marks of a single red eye. Chet doesn't speak anymore. He triggers the mechanism with the finger of his left hand. The sound of something shattering comes from the far end. Those howling monsters pause and begin sprinting that way, rushing out of the alley like hyenas smelling prey. The taps of the leather shoes stop, but that person doesn't turn back.
共同結晶小賢しい真似を
Money, a crystal? A small trick. He keeps going in the original direction, walks inward. The spattering water hits something like a taut tent, an umbrella. Hello, Parma.
Hi, Parma. How you doing?
Che grits his teeth and grabs the short axe next to him. He exerts his muscles, but only pulls Kiki further back. She finally makes out the face of her companion. Anxiety, hatred, and fear she's never seen before, along with a kind of determination that gives her chills.
No.
Tap. All of a sudden, the footstep stops. What comes next is the displeased voice of a man.
どうした
What's the matter?
今か珍しく残業を楽しんでいるところでね報告なら明日にしてもらえないかな
Now? I've finally gotten into the mood to do some overtime work. Why don't you report that tomorrow? You know what? Honestly, I don't think I have ever would say that, but Parma is kind of a mood in that sentence. I finally got some motivation to do work. Can you not ruin it for me?
Can you report that thing tomorrow? Maybe
Yeah.
I'll handle it tomorrow.
Yeah.
なんだと彼女は長年隠していたはずだろうそれなのに姿を現した途端君を見つけてしまうと
After running for so many years, she came to you.
くれるの
She came to you once, she showed her face. Why? And as she chill swoops in, the air in the alley suddenly presses down on them. Ch's body stiffens instantly.
ああ見苦しいところを見せてしまったねわざわざ知らせてくれてありがとうすぐ戻るから待っていてくれ旧友には会いたいと思っているんだ
Oh, I'm sure Langley's there now too.
彼女をもう
Yeah.
少しそこに留めておいてくれ
Whenever this guy appears, she will always try to intercept him, so I figure that's at least that's gonna be an advantage for us this time around. Since he's gonna be tied down dealing with Langley. Forgot myself. Wait for me. I'll head back now. Thanks for letting me know. If possible, keep for a bit longer. I'm eager to meet my old friend.
こちらは順調だよ少しだけ面倒なことになっているが所詮は右往の衆だ喜んで付き合わせてもらうとしよう
Matters here have been properly arranged. It's a bit of a hassle, but they're a mob after all. I like having dealings with them.
君がここに来るときはあいつの準備も完了している
By the time you arrive, it should be ready too. He closes the umbrella and points to the tip to the ground. A hole appears out of nowhere. The man quickly tumbles into black flames. The hole closes again, leaving no trace, as if it's never appeared. After a while, only silence remains. Chet triggers a mechanism again. The mania crystal hidden in another spot shatters and activates a sharp wave of energy. It's his crystal, but this time it doesn't attract any monsters. They've already retreated. The boy finally lets go of KK, sliding into the filth like his whole body is giving out.
Che.
She drags Che away from the contamination immediately. Mania corruption happens very slowly, but he's already injured. He'll feel even worse without Alev's ever shackles.
さっきのはなんだ鉄のことを狙ってたのかあれは指導でも人間でもないだろう
What's that thing just now? It's hunting you down. That's neither corruptor nor human.
そのたくさんの傷はここ最近できたものだろうこの半年何をしていた何をやらかした
I saw them. All those new injuries on you. Must have gotten them in the past 6 months, even if they're not recent. What'd you guys do in this past 6 months? Who did you mess with?
白衣は一緒じゃないのか
Where's Bai? Why isn't she with you?
まさか白衣も
Something happened to her too.
大声出さないでくれよお母さん頭が痛いんだ
Jeez, stop yelling, Mom. My head still hurts. The boy coughs and tilts his head limply, just like how he used to fake it sick to skip work in the past.
半年ぶりの感動的な再会なのに何をおごってるんだ
Yeah, I think it's unpaid bills.
日の件かそれとも
It's been half a year. There should be an emotional reunion. Why are you getting mad? Is it the utility bills or...
ああそういえばこの前鍋を食べ終えた後片付けしてなかったなもしかして部屋の中がもう
I forgot to clean up after the last hot pot I had. I hope the place didn't get...
あんたバカにするな
You little piece of shit.
わかったわかった俺が悪かったから優しくしてくれ
Mom, I'm sorry. He asks for it, but now he can only hiss weakly. Kiki finally swallows her anger and dresses his wound swiftly. He bows her head and wraps she bows her head and wraps Chess' arm around her shoulders to help him up.
立って局長のところに行こう応急処置は済ませたからあとは汚染を制御してもらわないと
Get up. We'll go to a life server. The wounds are dressed, but he has to do something with the contamination.
さっきの男が今回の黒幕だな局長もこの件を調べているからちゃんと彼に説明しろ二人がかりでも彼にはかなわないだろうから素直に話した方がいい
That man's the mastermind behind this, isn't he? He explains to a life server. He's looking into this case too. The way he's more reliable than the two of you combined, so don't try to hide anything.
別に構わないが彼はもう上帝の雲女の監視下に入っているだろう隠した方がいいだろうぜ
Alright, but he's surrounded by people working for that spider from Paradisos. Must be careful somehow. Either because he has lost too much blood or he's calmed down, he seems rather dazed. After he mutters that, he realizes he's let the truth slip.
いやつまりやな彼からの借金をまだ返済していないからあったら気まずいかなって
No, I mean, I borrowed money from him before. I must hide from him.
そんな言い訳が通じるか
Now you pull that trick again.
やっとここに戻ってきて借金を一気に返済して二人に会いに行こうと思ったのに結局白木に戻っても誰もいないし部屋の中もとっくにもぬけの殻だし
I finally seized the chance to come back. I was going to pay off all the debts and look for you guys. But when I got to Whitestone, there was no one, and the sea was already dusty.
せっかく再会したと思ったら怪物が現れるし鉄も私から逃げ回ってばっかり
When I finally found you, we barely talked before we encountered those monsters. You even tried to abandon me and run away a few times.
大怪我を負った今でさえどうして何も話してくれない私はそんなに
You're so
頼り
badly
にならないのか
And you still refuse to talk. Am I not worthy of your trust?
No response. It's hard to tell if he's passed out. With a knot in her chest, KK eventually quiets down and walks out of the dark alley with heavy steps. They're no doubt the closest people to her. She understands these two want to protect her, but that aggravated feeling is hard to shake. And now she doesn't even understand what exactly she's feeling. The descending emergency elevator is right before her, and the other end of the shackle seems to be right below. Whatever Che can't tell her, he'll tell that to a life observer, won't he? A life observer will protect him and the drifter camp.
あいつが KK を連れ戻してなければ俺が危険を冒して姿を現さずに済んだのに
If that person hadn't brought you back, I wouldn't have had to risk it.
何 What?
これじゃお前を行かせた意味がなくなっちまう。
What's the point of sending you away? He lifts his hand to press the elevator button, staring at the tightening cable below.
黒ずくめが電話で言ってたことは覚えてるな。局長に会ったらちゃんと伝えるんだ。あとは
Do you still remember what the man in black said on the phone? Once you see Lev's ever tell him everything, word by word. And KK gets knocked on the back of her head, and her legs go limp. The elevator's gate opens and he tosses her in. The boy presses the button and turns around. Stunned, she sees 6 men in raincoats standing behind him.
情けない話だけど、やっぱ逃げようか、KK。局長か幽霊か、誰でもいいから、話を伝えたら全員さっさとここを離れるんだ。
Don't tell me Chase dying here.
何も聞くな。
No, Che. What's up?
It may sound a bit lame, but run, KK. Find the live observer, find Julian, find whoever you can. Pass them the message, then leave. Make everyone leave. Don't look back, and don't ask questions.
ジェッツを見捨てて自分だけ逃げろというの。
You want me to leave without you?
KK にはちゃんと生きていてもらわないとな。白木の未来は任せだぜ。それに逃げるのは別に悪いことじゃない。
I want you to stay alive. Whitestone's future depends on you. Also, running isn't as bad as it sounds.
俺は逃げたから日の光を拝むことができたんだ。
It's because I ran. I got to see the sun. The boy grins. The gate closes, and with a clack and the scratch of the cable, the elevator starts descending. Chess spits out a mouthful of blood and looks at the enemies before him. Their faces are marked with the same familiar runes. This time it's not the tracking hyenas, but the lurking assassins. The man with the umbrella laid a trap before leaving. He buried his sorcery on the only path, so that when the two steps on it, they would rouse the monsters, and that would be the end of them.
昔なら生け捕りにしてくれたと思うんだがな。一切手加減しない。
They used to take hostages alive. Do they really want us dead this time? What should I do? The sound of the elevator cable rolling behind him reassures him. Before him, the monsters wriggle closer, those scarlet single eyes as disgusting as ever.
はいはい。この借りは自分で返すよ。それに
Alright, I'll pay my own debt this time. Besides,
俺の貸しも返してもらわないとな。
you guys owe me quite a few things too. Mania's power begins flowing. The boy draws his axe and a dagger, his eyes flashing fiercely. But before he charges, he hears a sudden clack behind him. The elevator is here again. The gate opens and a high kick comes flying, sending him to the side. Ah, okay, yeah, that was happening exactly at the same time as Alivzer was raising up.
Yeah,
But
I figured.
あんなしょぼい拳で私を倒せると思っているのか、このバカ。
You think you got me with that cotton punch? In your fucking dreams.
she's ruined the vibe completely. she really did. Three more people walk out of the elevator.
やあ、金髪のガキじゃない。また会ったね。
My dog. The dog side joined the fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Blondie's here? How come we see you everywhere we go?
局長が言った通り、敵は KK の近くにいた。でも KK、あなたはなぜ奴らに狙われる？
Chief's right. The enemies are with KK. But why do they target you, KK?
知らないね。そういうのを考えるのは得意じゃない。後ろにいる知恵袋さんにでも聞いてよ。
How do I know? I'm not good at these mind games. Isn't the most crooked mind here right behind you?
You walk off the elevator. You walk out of the elevator. Kiki's presence already surprises you. You didn't expect to see the familiar face from Scaland Square as well. Didn't you still owe him something 6 months ago? Anyway, let's replay this depth first. Noise. Okay, let's see. Let's see, like this. Like this and like this. Let's go. Bitch.
お聞きいただきありがとうございました。
最高の映画の公開だ。
Bonk.
最高の映画の公開だ。
Hee hee.
ここで咲かせるわ。終わるまで。
Okay, let's see.
お楽しみください。うるさい。静かにしたまえ。
お聞きいただきありがとうございました。
うるさい。静かに。最高の映画の公開だ。ここまでだ。ここまでだ。
Dage.
最高の映画の公開だ。
Bitch, please.
ありがとうございました。
Okay, that worked.
ここで咲かせる
That was
ここ
close.
で咲かせるわ。
Ah,
終わるまで。
I still have her to core break just in case.
うるさい。静かにしたまえ。
Dunk.
ここまでだ。ここまでだ。
Dage. Nice. Oh, this bitch is here.
お聞きいただきありが
最高の映画の公開。
ここで咲かせるわ。終わるまで。
うるさい。静かにしたまえ。お楽しみくださいます。
Damn.
最高の映画の公開だ。
お聞きいただきありがとうございました。お聞きいただきありがとう
Bonk.
ございました。
Yeah, contamination by the filth disintegrates and vanishes. The black raincoats fall to the ground crestfallenly. The battle is finally over, but Chet doesn't wake up.
ここまで汚染されるなんて指導の餌にでもなりたいの？金髪のガキがこんなバカなことをするなんてね。トラブルから逃げ回るのだけは一流だと思ってたのに。
Yeah, that's the point. That was the only way to actually hide away from the trouble.
Yeah. How did he get so much contamination all over himself? Did he literally feed himself to mania? Why did Blondie do such a stupid thing? As far as I remember, he's a master of staying out of trouble.
天城の奴らは共同の力を嗅ぎつけて敵を追い詰めることができるから、鉄は私たち二人の気配を隠すために汚染物に潜り込んだんだ。
True.
Those men in raincoats can hunt down their enemies by recognizing mania power. To mask our scent, she had buried himself in the contamination.
奴らを欺く方法も、私が枷で守られていることも知っていたから、鉄はこんなバカなことをしたんだ。でも私は何も知らなかった。
He knew how to fool them. He knew the shackles could protect me. That's why he did such a foolish thing. Yet I know nothing.
バカ。二人とも、こんな時でさえ。
Idiots. Both of them. Even now.
He wants to keep you safe.
私だって同じ気持ちだ。二人が何かあったら私は。
No different. If anything happens to them,
She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Once she calms down, she turns to face you.
枷を使うか。
are you going to use the shackles?
Can I?
汚染を何とかしないと。鉄はただのサボりまで。光を浴びて自由気ままな生活を望んでいるだけ。彼を牢に閉じ込めようとするなら、私が身代わりになるから。
I like you can contain the contamination. Just the lazybones who like slacking off. All he wants to do is bask in the sun freely. If you must lock him up, take me instead.
I understand. It's all just for containing the contamination. He's alright. He's only in this state because you kicked his soul out of him. Yeah, probably. Relax. I owe him a lot. I can't repay him everything yet, so I won't take him for now.
本当か？
Really?
Yes. It suffices just to be able to sense his location. You have a hunch that you'll need his help again in the future. How can you tell me what happened here? Now, can you tell me what happened here?
私もわからないが、鉄からの伝言ならある。
I have no idea either, but Shay wants me to relay a message.
私にもちょっとくらいプロ意識。
Okay, something was bothering me, so I was waiting until the until this, but dispatch.
I think I can only do the 5th one before I need to leave.
No, it's fine. That's what I was actually want to say. Basically, go halfway through. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Oh, Pearl. Nice. Nice. Shit acts a little faster now. Okay, let me quickly get in because like see this bothers me. I want to be 50, so yeah.
Flora.
Flora. Okay, let's do 5. I heard it's quite annoying. Vent. According to Jillian's map, Chief and the 2 senators came to the E9 vent, but it seems to be very normal here. Okay.
E8, you said E9.
E8, yeah. E8. March 16th, Nightfall 113. 12:44 a.m. basically. Secret passage, level 28. East District Drifter Camp. Mulling over the relayed information, you walk up.
雲に狙われながらもカサウリどもが姿を現した。これが何を意味するのか局長ならわかるはずだ。
Those umbrella salesmen are being bold this time. They showed up personally at the risk of getting targeted by the spider. All I've ever knows what this means. Yes, Parma is a cunning, prudent conspirator. He manipulates his puppets to do the dirty deeds for him. He knows how to trigger a disastrous tempest with the slightest move and retreat without ever exposing his identity. They've only shown themselves twice during the incidents of BR001 and BR004. If you're not mistaken, he only risks exposing himself when it's certain he can trigger a black ring. This place is no doubt in danger now.
あのムクロがどこに隠されていようと、所詮は人に担ぎ込まれたものに過ぎない。あの男さえ見つければ、全ては解決する。局長はそう考えているだろうし、俺も同じだった。奴らが現れるまで待ち続けようと、俺はずっとここに潜んでいたんだ。
No matter how well that corpus is hidden, it was brought in by someone. As long as you can find that man, you can solve the whole crisis. A lifesaver must think that, and so do I. I've waited here for a long time for them to show up.
でもそれは間違いだ。あいつはパルマが持ち込んだものじゃない。
But we're all mistaken. Parma didn't bring that thing.
奴らも局長と同じように、ムクロの行方をどこ
Yeah, I figured they don't know where it is either.
Yeah,
同じように見つけられ
they
なかった
didn't
と
know
いうだけの話さ。
that it even came here until
Yeah.
him, probably.
Just like a lifesaver, they chased all the way to Drifter camp to find the whereabouts of the Scorpus. They can't locate it either. What does that mean? A corpus free from Parma's control? A corpus even Parma fails to find? What exactly is this thing, and why does it choose the Drifter camp?
一番わからないのは、流民要塞が選ばれた理由だ。
What baffles me the most is this. Why did it choose the Drifter camp?
ここの住人がいくら臆病だとはいえ、善人も多い。手駒とするにはリスクが多い。
That is clearly a direct connection.
奴らはどうして。
It likes to hide, and most of the people here want to hide too.
Yeah, there's clearly some sort of personal connection it has. Plus, I feel like it's operating currently on its base instinct because it's kind of in a perpetual state of dying, but not quite.
Also, she did say before that most people here just know fear,
Yeah.
just as a daily living.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it is in fear right now, so it's going towards what it feels.
Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking. It's kind of resonating with the emotion of fear because it's so fucking scared of dying. It's so
scared and hurting, and yeah, and it wants to hide. They want to hide and have freedom. It wants to hide and have freedom.
Yeah.
It's going off of what it feels.
Yeah, I think that's basically it's working off basic instincts, even if they're not exactly like, how do I say it? Even if it's not exactly productive in its role as a corpus, it's unable to think clearly right now.
All it knows is that it needs emotion to survive, and that's the emotion it knows right now.
Yeah. As cowardly as they are, the people here are mostly good folks. It's both costly and risky to try to convert them into useful pawns. Beats me. Indeed, corpses are naturally attracted to mania, just like what happened to the gangsters in the crypt, Zoya, and the carnival 23 years ago. But mania wasn't even common in the Drifter camp to begin with. Why did Parma leave? Have they given up on this plan? Was it because they were targeted by the Ninth Agency? Because of you? No. Corpus must be rare resources. Now that they're already here, they won't give up. Could it be that...
こちらは順調だよ。君がここに来るときは、あいつの準備も完了しているはずだ。
The matters here have been properly arranged. By the time you arrive, it should be ready to... That's it. Unlike you, Parma doesn't need to find it. As long as he can confirm that the corpus is here and that it can trigger a black ring, that's enough. Parma and his raincoat man can achieve their goal by simply feeding the terror. Your palms sweat and you can't think, help quickening your steps.
鉄の怪我がひどいから一刻も早く治療を受けさせないと。あなたのことは私からナイチンゲールに伝えておく。
Che's injury is too bad. He must be treated soon. I have to escort him down. In that you've told me, I'll find a chance to tell Nightingale about it.
まだ調査を続けるつもりか？それなら鉄からの伝言がもう一つある。
Now, are you going on with your investigation? In that case, there's a thing that Che wants me to tell you.
そいつが諦めないようなら E8 換気口に向かうよう伝えてくれ。
If that loony still won't give up, tell him to go to vent E8.
そこはパルマが調べた最後の箇所だ。長い間滞在していた。
That's the last stop of Parma's investigation. He stayed there for a long time.
Probably sensed some remnants of the monster there, potentially.
ここで間違いない？
Are you sure it's here?
E8 換気口。幽連の地図によれば間違いなくここ。
Vent E8. According to Julian's map, this is it.
でも何もないじゃん。怪物も汚染も。心構えしてたのに、なんていうか、がっかりするじゃない。
Obviously,
And it likes to hide.
yeah, it likes to hide.
But there's nothing here. No monsters, no contamination. I've been preparing myself mentally, but this is so underwhelming.
あのムクロとやらは、本当にここに来てたの？
Has that corpus really been here?
No doubt, it's been here. You've seen this place before. In that dream, during your suspended animation, that premonition, the hidden contamination, the invisible monsters, the silent infiltration. You're certain the blatant mess staged by Parma is above. Parma above is not its thing. This place is. You put the hypercubes into the two sinners' hands. Stay away from here. Protect yourselves.
局長、一体何を？
Chief, what are you gonna do?
It took us a great deal of effort to get here. If we don't take a little risk, we can't see it. You still remember what you saw in the dream. You remember the handprints on the wall and where the dragged scorch marks have been. You try your best to weaken the shackles to connect it to the sinners and walk ahead alone. Touch where the scorch marks have been. Yeah. Sustaining the shackles with your hand, you touch the dusty floor. Flames burn all over you instantly. Everything in your sight twists rapidly. Your sanity is torn and your vision dims quickly.
Chief,
Yeah, you can't see anymore. What remains in your sight are vivid scorch marks, spreading flames and palm prints. A screeching howl comes piercing. Yeah.
もしこのシーンが、私、救済を
Let's see.
つまらない。
I feel like she's the most useful here because she can target anything on the map.
So I feel like what it's doing is it's getting an image of what it used to be like before it was there.
Yeah.
And putting it in the sites. Because we saw the vent broken, and that's probably what it actually looks like.
Yeah. I'm also thinking something on the similar lines, honestly.
We just aren't seeing the actual thing. It's like an illusion in a way. Of it being fine when it's not.
うるさい。静かにしたまえ。うるさい。静かにしたまえ。
Yeah. That was great.
お楽しみくださいませ。うるさい。静かにしたまえ。
Okay. The only pain in the ass thing enemies will be these ones.
終わるまで。
あなたたちの帰る場所だ。
うるさい。静かにしたまえ。
Okay, yeah, I will use the flamethrower this time around. This should be helpful. Also, no, I think I need to switch someone here because since there's no real melee fights, I should use her instead. She provides a more direct way to harm them.
安らかな眠りを。
Because you know she like has so many core breaks. Oh, that's hit. Nice. Okay.
ここで咲かせるわ。ここで咲かせるわ。終わるまで。お聞きいただきありがとうございました。お聞きいただきありがとうございました。
あなたたちの帰る場所だ。
Okay, so...
うるさい。静かにしたまえ。お聞きいただきありがとうございました。
Okay, cool. It's a little better.
お聞きいただきありがとうございました。
Hmm. Okay, yeah, this is pretty hard actually. Hmm. Let's see. I think maybe I should try this. Yeah, let's try this instead. Because she can slow things down. Also, I'm forgetting to use this, the vent.
ここで
Use vent.
咲かせるわ。ここで咲かせるわ。
Vent.
終わるまで。
Okay.
お聞きいただきありがとうございました。うるさい。静かにしたまえ。
Ah, fuck. I thought he would be able to kill him. Alas.
ここで咲かせるわ。
I don't really need a healer here, honestly. It's funny, but you don't. Okay, let's do this instead. Okay, yeah. More deeps.
Need more DPS, less defense.
Yeah, more deeps.
安らかな眠りを。
Okay.
うるさい。静かにしたまえ。お聞きいただきありがとうございました。消滅するのでお楽しみくださいます。
Snick.
Yeah. Snake.
お聞きいただき
Okay.
ありがとうございました。
There you go.
どうか安らかな眠りを。うるさい。静かにしたまえ。
There you go.
お楽しみくださいませ。どうか安らかな眠りを。
Man, a show starter or something.
Yeah.
どうか安らかな眠り。どうか安らかな眠り。消滅するのね。お聞きいただきありがとうございました。お聞きいただきありがとうございました。うるさい。静かにしたまえ。お楽しみくださいませ。どうか安らかな眠りを。うるさい。静かにしたまえ。お聞きいただきありがとう。
Yeah. Kachi!
Nice. Took a bit, but we got it.
Yeah. So it's one of the hardest levels, I think. Increases like strength, difficulty increases in the entire late game. I think this one specifically, mostly because of the level being a fucking pain in the ass in terms of structure and like enemies and fire breathers and all that stuff. Very well, you can see clearly now, and you can hear the scorching body fluid, palm prints, wails, and struggle flow into your perception through the shackles. You capture the darkest, most cunning one, frail and in pain. It's devoured by fear. It's imprisoned, scared of making any missteps. An unknown excitement begins burning. You can't tell whether it's a hunger or a desire for truth. You step on the scorch marks and walk forward, enduring both external and internal pain. You reach the edge of the vent following the drag marks. This is its escape route. It hasn't gone too far. You'll find it. The screech echoes among the buildings of the Drifter Camp's quarter. You don't see the huge monster you expect to find. What enters your sight are intertwined scorch marks. They crawl all over the inner walls of the building complex, tangled up like a burning fuse, or blood spots left by a beast to mark its territory. Tens of thousands of people are still hiding from visible contamination, yet they're traversing the burning filth unknowingly, captured, corrupted.
FSC 浄化部隊の報告によりますと、2週間前、BR004 の閉鎖エリアで一部残留汚染が異常に増加したとのことです。
The FSC Decontamination Force reports an unusual increase of residual, I can't read, residual contamination of the BR004 lockdown area was observed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
巨大な怪物が燃えている。そいつは叫んで私を捕まえた。
A monster. A huge, burning one. It was howling. It grabbed me.
Yeah. Countless voices swarm into your mind along the track, filled with anxiety, suspicion, fear, and impatience. They make you lightheaded. The entire Drifter camp has turned into an enormous beating heart. With the thunderous heartbeats becomes a twisted voice. Coming back to life. Dude, where are you? Give it back to me. Give it all back to me. Show yourself.
局長
Chief, oi! The sinners drag you away quickly. Your body comes off the track. The shackles fall apart. You're next to that isolated and quiet event again, safe and sound. You want to go on with your search, but your body can't take it anymore. You kneel on the floor and begin vomiting.
何やってんのよ。さっきまで元気だったのに急に暴れ回るわ、叫ぶわ、ゲロ吐くわ。一体何があったの？
What's wrong? You were fine just now until you saw you ran off and started yelling and puking. What happened?
You wish you knew. The contamination here is already so severe, but the anti-mania system still has no reaction at all. Your shackles sense nothing either. How does it conceal itself so perfectly? How long has it been hiding? Days? Years? Regardless of how weak it may be now, it's undeniably the scariest among all the powerful corpus you've seen.
さて、
It is really fucking...
It's so scary that something like that can just be hiding and no one would know. You're just walking through it.
Yeah.
Without knowing.
Yeah, they're all walking through the filth. Less possibilities. Okay, we're gonna probably finish this chapter next time. That was really interesting. This has turned into a game of cat and mouse with the fucking corpus.
It has.
And how do you find a mouse that can turn perfectly invisible?
By squeaks, I guess.
I suppose so. It's clearly trying to revive itself, but like it's not really doing a good job at it either, because it's like it's so afraid and like unsure what the fuck to do.
Yeah. If it showed itself, it could have very easily done it already, but it hasn't.
Yeah, because it's afraid. The last time it showed itself, it got fucking smacked in the face. So now it's just like I'm gonna make sure I'm hiding. I'm gonna do everything as slowly as possible, which is what's causing the biggest problem, because most money is loud, right? You don't
This one is very quiet.
Yeah, this one is very quiet. It doesn't really go out of its way to hide itself. So it's kind of like it's really hard to understand what the fuck is happening. I look forward to the next chapter, to the finish of this chapter, because this this is only the start of the last of this big saga of like the Rustfire and the executive committee and everything. And after that will be chapter 11 and 12, and we'll be watching a trailer next time if we're gonna finish the chapter, which we'll probably finish the chapter.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch the trailer for the next part of things, which is great. What do you think will happen?
I don't want it to, but I feel like a Black Marine's gonna come out.
Yeah, I probably think so.
And they're gonna have to evacuate people.
Yeah, that's probably what will happen, honestly. So hopefully this time, considering it is the end of season 1, we'll get a big win in the end.
Maybe.
Oh, hopefully. Still, I think that's a good place. That's as good place to end it as any. I'm gonna go lay down.
I am tired.
Yeah, this is usually really like tiring mentally to do, because it's like such a intricate game where you like think and perceive and feel and all these emotions and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for now I'm gonna log off. Thank you for vibing today, as usual, Alive.
Yeah.
See you guys next week. See you Alive next week, because this is exclusive Alive Neptuna presence here, only here now.
Yes, only here am I ever going to be streaming again. So
yeah, only here. But still, I'm gonna be here seeing you tomorrow, guys. Much earlier than this. We're gonna be playing Last Train Home, and I'm gonna be doing some fun history stuff with it. Yeah. For now, though, also Wuthering Waves. I'm gonna start Wuthering Waves, like an exact release date. It will be 5 a.m. for me, but it's worth.
It's always worth to get there right on time.
It's always worth, exactly. Me and Leon are gonna play the biggest gacha game of that gacha game, the server issues. We'll see if either of us manages to get in into that gacha.
We will see.
All right, for now though.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, for now though, I'll see you guys around. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm tired as fuck as well.
Same.
Toodaloo.